Where can you find remote work after 50 that allows you to live and work anywhere in the world? Well, in this video, we're sharing 25 ways to find a remote job after 50.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Dawn.
And we're the unretirees. Last year, as we were approaching the traditional retirement age, we realized we didn't want to retire. We also weren't willing to postpone our dream of living abroad and traveling the world. So today we live as digital expats on the Silver Coast of Portugal. And on this channel, we talk about living abroad, working remotely, and travel over 50.
Now, if that sounds interesting to you, we would love it if you would take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss a video coming up. We also have a weekly newsletter. We'll leave the link below if you'd like to sign up. So how do you find remote work after 50? Well, this is the single most asked question over on our Instagram account. We hear from people who, like us, want to live and work abroad, but it's not just people who want to live abroad. Sometimes it's people who just want to be able to have more time and location freedom, whether they live in their home country or move overseas. It can be something as simple as giving up that commute that's driving you crazy, or maybe finding a better work-life balance, spending your mornings on the golf course, or maybe fly fishing, whatever you're interested in. Maybe you just want to live closer to family, or it's time to downshift your career, still do work that you love, but maybe spend more time and focus on some other interests that you have.
Well, there are lots of reasons to switch to remote work after 50, and most of us no longer have to worry about living in a specific school district or within a specific commute distance. Remote work means that we have more time and location flexibility. Remote work can be less stressful, and you have the opportunity to create more of a work-life balance. So where do you even begin to find remote work over 50? Well, in this video, we're going to share with you 25 different places to find remote work over 50. Think of this as your getting started guide if you want to make the shift to remote work. Whether you want to continue building your career, leveraging your existing expertise to a remote work model, or start a completely new career, we hope that this list provides you with the inspiration and the practical next steps to find your dream next job.
Now, by the way, this video is really about finding a job. We do touch briefly on business, but this isn't really about online business. If that's something that you would like to see a video on, it happens to be one of my favorite things to talk about, just type the word business in the comments and we'll be sure to add a video about that in the future.
So for this video, we've broken down this list of 25 places to find remote work into 4 categories: general job boards, industry-specific job boards, freelance job boards, and teaching and consulting job boards. Now, this list includes resources from entry level to senior level. So wherever you are in your career, there's something here for you.
And I think the last one is really super fun. So let's jump in.
Well, the first category for finding remote work over 50 is general job boards. And the best place to start is LinkedIn. Obviously, a great resource. Now, LinkedIn is probably one of the largest sites for finding works, and you can search listings based on specific criteria. For example, if you want to work remotely. But here are 8 other general job boards where you can find remote work.
So first, we're going to go to Indeed.com. And here, what we're going to do is we're just going to type in whatever job category you're looking for. I'm just going to put in marketing for now. I am going to take out the city, state. I'm not going to include that because I want remote. And that will bring up this list of filters. So I'm going to go through here, and if I care about how long ago the job was posted, I'll select that. Here, I definitely want remote. So you can see that there's more than 6,000 remote marketing jobs listed on Indeed.com. Next, I'm going to select my pay. I'm just going to start with minimum. I'm going to also select how often I want to work. I'm going to put full-time for now. Skill, if I want to choose a specific skill that I'm looking for, I can do that. I'm going to leave that alone for now. Some details about people who are encouraged to apply. Residency requirement, I'm not going to worry about that since it's remote. I am going to select remote. And you can see here that for the salary I've selected and for a full-time position, there are over 1,700 jobs that fit. So the company, I'm going to leave that alone. But if it's important to you, if you're looking for a specific company, I definitely want to pick something posted by the employer. And for a lot of over 50s, you're going to be the senior level. If you're starting a new career, you might be entry level to just keep it simple at the mid level and then education. So you can see now that after the filters have been applied, it went from 1,700 jobs. I still have more than 500 jobs that are remote, that are in marketing, that pay $65,000 a year or more, and that are full time. And so from there, I can just go through and look at the different job listings that might fit. The great site for remote jobs is flexjobs.com. So if I go up here and I just type in virtual assistant, and again, I don't want to worry about location, I can see that there's a lot of different options that come up. I can also see if it's 100% remote work or if it looks like all of these are 100% remote, but it will also indicate if it is hybrid. You'll see the pay here and you can apply pretty easily. As you can see, there's more than 19,000 jobs for virtual assistant. So FlexJobs is a great site. You'll find a lot of different options. Again, just depending on what kind of job you're looking for, but this is definitely one that I would check out if you're looking for remote work. Great option is Remote CO. So this is the homepage. I'm just going to click on Find Remote Jobs. And you can see here that they have jobs in a lot of different categories. So for this one, I'm going to choose design. And you can see that there's lots and lots of jobs for design. Again, the site focuses on remote jobs. So one thing I would recommend is if you're in an active job search, and you probably already know this, pretty basic, but to sign up for their weekly Fresh Jobs newsletter so that you're getting new postings all the time to see if there's something that's a great fit for you. Another site I would definitely recommend checking out is Remote OK, remoteok.com. So if I were to come in here and put in finance, for example, I can see lots and lots of job options. If I put location worldwide, I still have a lot of options. So remoteok.com is definitely one I would check out as well. They've got a lot of different types of jobs. A couple more sites that maybe aren't as robust, but I think are still worth checking out. We Work Remotely, weworkremotely.com. This seems to be mostly design and tech jobs, but if that's your thing, it might be worth checking out. And this one is Virtual Vocations. Again, not really as many jobs available as the other sites, but you never know. You could find the needle in the haystack at one of these sites. And another one is Working Nomads, obviously great, targeting specifically digital nomads. So you can see that they've got over 3,000 jobs listed here, all different types of jobs. And then also just remote.co, they claim to have hidden remote jobs. So again, if you're on an active job search for a remote position, then I think it makes sense to be on all these job boards or at least check them out. But those main ones are Indeed, remote.co, Remote OK, and Flex Jobs. I think you're going to have a really good selection based on those websites.
Now, the next place to look for remote jobs is on industry-specific job boards. Now, not all jobs listed on these sites will be remote, so you may have to do a little digging, but most of them have filters to make it easy to find remote work. Now, there are a lot of industry-specific job boards out there, so if you know of some that you would like to share with us, add it in the comments below. But let's take a look at some of them right now.
So let's jump in and look at some of these industry-specific job sites. If you've got a tech background, you probably already know about this, but Stack Overflow is a great option. If you are a writer, the Pro Blogger job board has been around, I feel like, since the internet started. It's been around forever, and they've always got a lot of jobs there for writers. So that's a great one to check out. Next is AngelList. Now, AngelList is not a job board, but they have a job board, and their job board is specifically around startups. So if you have an interest in joining a startup, Again, not all of these are remote. Some of them are hybrid, as you can see here. But if you dig a little, if you scroll down, you can see that there's a remote full-time. Here's another one that's remote full-time. I don't know what post-close action counsel is. Sounds important, but you can do that remote full-time. So if you have an interest or experience in the startup space, this job board is a great one to check out. If you're a graphic designer, again, you probably already know about this one, but Dribbble, the #1 job board for graphic design jobs. Again, not all of these are going to be remote, but you can go through there and see if there is, let's see, check open to remote and filter, and then you get a little bit narrowed down list of jobs that you can do remotely. The next one is Idealist. This is a site with jobs for people in the nonprofit sector. And so this is a really great site. You can see there they've got over 600 jobs currently listed. And then if you have an interest in becoming, or you already are, a virtual assistant, Belay is a great place to find a virtual assistant. You can get connected with them and find virtual assistant clients. So those are some of the niche specific. There's probably more for different industries. So if you know of an industry specific job board, please add it to the comments below, and we'd love to check that out.
So the next category is freelancing job boards. Now, I think freelancing is a phenomenal way to leverage your expertise and your experience over 50 to live and work abroad or anywhere you want to. I mean, think about some of the benefits of freelancing. Number one, you can do the kind of work you want to do. Number two, you can handpick the clients that you want to work with. You can charge what you want to charge. You can take on as many or as few projects as you want. Very often you can take time off in between projects. I think freelancing is great because it gives you maximum flexibility in your work life after 50.
Well, that's right. And there are lots of types of freelancing. I mean, you may think that maybe freelancing is just design or writing or social media management, but more and more companies are looking for all types of freelancers at all levels of expertise. And in this list, we'll share places to get freelance work from entry level to executive level.
The first site is Fiverr. Now, you might say, Dawn, don't even talk to me about this. I think that my expertise is worth way more than $5. And you are right, it is. Now, if you don't know about Fiverr and what I'm talking about, it's a freelancing site that became very popular because a lot of people start pricing their services very low, $5, $10, $20. The reason they do that is often so that they can start building clientele and start charging more, or some people just charge that. That's fine. Now, I understand if you say, I don't want to, not only do I not want to charge $5, that would be ridiculous. I would be insulted. But also, I don't want to compete with other people who have less experience than me, and they're charging $5 or $20 or whatever it is. And I can't compete with that because my expertise is just on a different level. I couldn't possibly charge that. I understand that. But please don't rule out Fiverr because there is a wide range of freelancing opportunity and price points. Think about somebody who wants to find a professional and they go to Fiverr. Not everybody wants to hire the person who has 2 years of experience and is charging $20 an hour. Some do, that's fine. But there are people who are going to go in and they're going to be looking for the professionals. They're going to be looking for the people who've got that experience and can prove that they can do the job. So let me just give you an example real quickly. Let's say that you are a project manager. Now, if I pull up project manager, I can see that these are priced pretty low, $50, $25, $20. Now, let's say that you have a specific area of expertise within project management. So for example, let's say that you are really good at project management software, getting that set up. That's something that a lot of companies will pay for, But guess what? They don't probably want the person who is the cheapest to come in and set up their project management software. They want somebody who knows what they're doing. So if we go into budget and we say high end, I'm a company, I am more than willing to pay the higher end to get somebody who can get this done and get it done right, then suddenly our price point changes a little bit. We've got 100, 200, 225, 990. And what's really interesting about this is that these are not people who have done hundreds and hundreds of jobs on Fiverr. So this guy, I don't know this person, I don't know anything about him, but I see that he's Fiverr's choice and he's rated 4.9 and he's only done 19 jobs, but he's charging $9.90. And again, I don't know him, but I'm guessing that he knows what he's doing and he's got some good references and recommendations and can charge that and is doing so successfully. So if you are interested in freelancing, definitely don't rule out Fiverr. It's not the only game in town, but it is an option. And let me say this, there is nothing wrong with charging $5. If you have something that you can do easily in 5, 10, 15 minutes, and somebody's going to pay you $5, $10, $20, and you love doing it, and you're happy to charge that much, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying Fiverr is not only that, right? So there's a lot of options. So I don't get a commission from Fiverr. I just wanted to cover that. There are other options, as I mentioned. One is Upwork. I haven't used Upwork in a long time. I used to use it a lot to hire when I had a digital agency. And my experience with it was that they had more mid-level senior people, freelancers, but I don't know if that's still true. I haven't used it in a while. Another one is freelancer.com. I haven't used this one. I hear good things. Guru.com, which is another one, probably similar to Upwork. And you can go to guru.com and check that out. But let's say that you are somebody and you were like senior level, right? You've got all of the chops. You've got all the experience, all the expertise. You are the creme de la creme in your niche or industry. Then I want to tell you about TopTal, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but their thing is that they hire the top 3% of freelance talent. So if you have this idea in your mind that freelancers are maybe towards the lower end, this is not true. There's a lot of companies, especially in this remote work kind of world, that are specifically looking for people who have that experience, either on a contract basis or a full-time basis. So another freelance site that's great to look at, again, if you're really at an elite level of expertise, definitely check it out.
So the final category is teaching and consulting. If you have a background in education, there are remote teaching options. But even if your career wasn't in teaching, there are still remote jobs to teach and consult.
Now, I absolutely love the last one on this list. I think it's a ton of fun, but there's lots of options for all levels of expertise. Let's take a look. So let's take a look at the first one. This one's really fun. Teach English online. You can earn $14 to $22 an hour with a VIP kid. So that is one option. Italki is another one. If you are bilingual and you enjoy teaching language, that might be an option for you. If you do have a background in education, one option is OutSchool. They've got full courses, tutoring, private lessons for kids, and you can actually apply to become a teacher with them or a tutor with them. If you have an education background, this would be a phenomenal way to work remotely and continue your career. The next one is Teachable. This is if you have a digital course that you want to put online and charge for it. So it's not really a job. It's more of a business, I guess. You're putting your teaching online, but you've probably got knowledge in a lot of different areas. If you think about not only your career, but your hobbies, things that you're interested in, there's a lot of different options with Teachable. And I have used Teachable. It is an great platform. It's easy to use, easy to set up, easy for users to use as well. So that's an option if you've got an itch to teach something and you want to create a video course on it. That's a great option. So jumping into consulting, there are consulting companies, just like the freelancer category. There's also many companies who are willing to pay top dollar for consultants in specific categories. And so Catalent is one of the ways that you can get connected with companies who are looking to hire consultants. And you can see here, they make it really easy to apply, to find work with clients. And then this last one, I just think is so fun. This is Clarity FM. And this is a place where you can sell your expertise by the minute. I really love this. So some of these are really niche. You can have, this guy has a FedEx and bread route, and for $5 per minute, you can call him and pick his brain about any questions if you, I don't know, have a bread route or want to start one. Or more importantly, maybe you've done a bread route or podcasting or business valuation or any of these things that are listed here. There's a couple reasons that I love this. Number one, I just think it's fun. I think it would be a really great way to connect with people. But the other thing is that it's not a full-time or part-time job. This is something you could do on the side. So let's just say that you're the foremost expert on, I don't know, guavas, whatever it is. There's a lot of different options here. That's probably a really bad example. But if we go to browse, we can see business, technology, sales and marketing, all of these industries. There's a lot of options here. I do narcissistic personality disorder abuse. Really, you can find anything. And so if there are areas that you have expertise in and you just love connecting with people and you love sharing your expertise, I just think this one is a lot of fun. So that's our list of 25 different ways to find your dream remote job. Now, as I said, this is really just a getting started guide, and there's plenty more resources out there. But we hope that by watching this video, we've sparked some inspiration and given you some practical tools to start your own search.
Well, we'd love to hear from you. What sites would you include on this list? Or if you used any of these sites, what's your experience with that? Tell us in the comments below. And if you want to know more about how to live and work abroad over 50, watch this video.